A gang of students, led by the school's top bully, storms into the classroom. The bully kicks a chair aside and orders her cronies to rearrange the desks. They corner the new transfer student, Sam. Sam has no idea who they are, but the bully grabs her shirt and sneers, "You're new here, so starting now, you owe me a protection fee every Monday." When Sam ignores her, the bully's temper flares. "How dare you not react? Are you asking to die?" She strikes Sam on the head and spits gum at her. Then she taunts, "Meet me at the sports field at noon. Don't show up and you're dead." With that, she slaps Sam across the face and punches her in the head. The other students watch eagerly, waiting to see how it will unfold, unaware they're provoking the wrong girl. Never underestimate this one. The bully was about to leave after slapping Sam, but Sam suddenly yelled, commanding her to stop. The bully and her lackeys turned back, their eyes filled with disdain. Sam stood tall, her voice unwavering. "Where's the sports field? Let's settle this right now." 20 minutes later, the bully and her 3 lackeys knelt on the ground, hands raised, their faces swollen and bruised. Sam had delivered a lesson they wouldn't soon forget, warning the bully that if she didn't change her ways, another beating would follow. Though seething with anger, the bully had no choice but to yield. Sam walked away, leaving the stunned crowd behind. From that day on, she became a legend. No one expected the new transfer student to take down the school bully. The bully, gripping a fistful of dirt, swore revenge until gym class. She tried provoking Sam again, sneering, "Hit me, I dare you." Sam just laughed. "How can someone like you even pretend to have courage?" The bully stepped back, and suddenly a stocky guy appeared. Known across the school as the King of Fights, he was a seasoned martial artist who had never lost a match. Furious, he yelled, "How dare you mess with my girl? Wait for me after school, there's no escaping this." Sam didn't even glance his way. After school he blocked her path, ready to settle the score. The bully stood nearby, smug with the king's support, certain that Sam wouldn't escape this time. But Sam had no patience for their antics, and wasn't about to waste time on them. Still, the king wouldn't let her pass. "You're not going anywhere. So, want to be my girl or not? Fed up?" Sam snapped. "Are you insane?" She struck him sharply, making him cry out in pain. "This woman has guts. How dare you lay a hand on me?" Sam locked him in a firm hold, leaving him helpless to fight back. He shouted for his lackeys, but Sam swiftly grabbed his fingers and delivered a solid punch to his head. One of the lackeys lunged to kick her. Spinning around, Sam grabbed one lackey on her left, another on her right, and finished with a sweeping kick that brought them all down in seconds. Sam delivered a crushing kick to his backpack, followed by a swift strike to his groin. Sam then turned her attention to the bully and her lackeys, whose terror was so palpable they dropped to their knees, hands raised in submission. But how did it come to this? How could a high school girl possess such incredible strength? The truth was, Sam wasn't just an ordinary student. She was an undercover cop, assigned to infiltrate the school to get close to Linda, the daughter of a deputy leader in a local gang. Linda's father had once worked as an informant for the police, helping to target the gang leader. But after a security breach led to retaliation, he lost all trust in law enforcement and cut ties to re-establish contact and dismantle the gang. The police planned to embed an officer as a student to approach Linda. However, finding the perfect candidate for such a high-stakes mission proved to be no easy task. As soon as the director stepped out of the house, he noticed Sam wearing a school uniform. Sam wasn't really a student. She was an undercover agent infiltrating a human trafficking gang. There the director stared at her, stunned by her strength, pulling her skirt down modestly. Sam shot him a wary glance. "What do you want?" The director chuckled. "Aren't you supposed to be a student at school?" Sam tried to get close to Linda, but Linda seemed indifferent and walked away. Frustrated by her failed attempts to connect, Sam met a classmate named Patrick. Despite being 30 years old, she found herself flustered by his strikingly handsome face. Sam frequently showed up around Linda, but Linda continued to keep her distance. One day, Linda stayed alone in the restroom for over 20 minutes, with the door locked. Sam, the undercover cop posing as a student, discovered that Linda and her father were secretly meeting there. Without hesitation, Sam barged in, accidentally bumping into Linda, and in a moment of shock, their lips briefly met, becoming both of their first kisses. Glancing out the window, Sam spotted Linda's father and immediately reported it to her colleagues before chasing him herself, only to lose him. Sam's team devised a plan they would pose as thugs harassing Linda, creating the perfect chance for Sam to step in as the hero and win her trust. As Sam moved to execute the plan, when Sam finally reached Linda, she was stunned to see Patrick had already saved her, completely derailing her plan. That night, Sam couldn't stop thinking about Patrick and his unexpected intervention. Sam even dreamed about Patrick kissing her. The failed plan weighed on her, and balancing life as a student wasn't easy. During the test, she sat nervously while outside. Her boss had gathered a group of officers to help solve the questions. The math was so complex that even the officers were sweating as they fed answers to her through an earpiece. Unfortunately, the teacher caught Sam in the act and tugged her ear right there in front of everyone. Sam's uncle arrived almost instantly, leaving the teacher stunned. How did you get here so fast? With no other option, they had to reveal their true identities. The teacher immediately apologized, but Sam's mission continued to face setbacks. The police decided to bring in James, Sam's rival, to pose as the school's music teacher. James called Patrick to his class for questioning, but Patrick, well prepared, provided flawless answers, leaving James empty-handed. Meanwhile, a girl learned to be cautious about accepting money from others, but when Sam's uncle gave her an allowance, a classmate accidentally saw it and started a rumor that Sam had a sugar daddy. The rumor spread quickly, causing other students to avoid Sam. That evening, however, Linda surprised Sam by seeking her out and expressing a desire to be friends. During their conversation, Linda revealed that her father was leaving the country the next day and planned to take her with him. Sam comforted Linda, but also discreetly passed this crucial information to her uncle. The police quickly surrounded the airport, just as Linda had predicted. Linda's father appeared, but as the officers moved in to arrest him, the gang launched a ferocious attack, triggering a tense and chaotic chase. Both sides pursued him relentlessly until he disappeared into the underground parking lot. Suddenly, a mysterious man on a motorcycle roared into the scene, revving the engine and creating a massive cloud of smoke that plunged the area into chaos. Taking advantage of the confusion, Linda's father slipped away unnoticed. While scanning the area, Sam spotted a watch on the ground that looked identical to Patrick's. She confronted Patrick about it, and he casually explained that he'd taken it off while showering. The coincidence raised Sam's suspicions, making her wonder if Patrick was connected to the motorcyclist. Determined to act, she confessed her identity as a police officer to Linda and escorted her to the hospital, where the entire police force provided protection. Just as the situation seemed under control, a mysterious man infiltrated the hospital, incapacitating the officers at the entrance. He pulled back the curtain, and to Sam's shock, her uncle was lying unconscious in the hospital bed. Linda was safely transported away, but Sam's uncle was ambushed by thugs and tragically killed on the spot. Meanwhile, as Sam and her team were escorting Linda to safety, one of her colleagues suddenly turned on them. "I'm sorry, Sam. I need the money for my wife's medical bills." Moments later, their vehicle was surrounded by thugs, and Linda was abducted. When her father learned of her capture, he stormed into the gang's hideout to confront the leader. The leader challenged him to a one-on-one fight to decide who would become the new head of the gang. In a vicious battle, both men fought ferociously for Linda's fate. Her father eventually overpowered the leader, slamming him to the ground and landed a powerful kick to his stomach. But as defeat loomed, the gang leader resorted to underhanded tactics, injecting a sedative into Linda's father's thigh. Instantly drained of strength, her father fell, and the gang leader seized the moment, plunging a knife deep into his side. Watching her father collapse in agony, Linda couldn't contain her anguish and cried out, in despair. At that moment, Sam and Patrick arrived, standing boldly against hundreds of gang members without a hint of fear. Sam launched into the air with a spinning kick, taking one of them down in a single blow. Patrick matched her intensity, skillfully clearing a path for her to advance. Together, they fought fiercely, inching closer to the front of the stage. When she started forward, landing a devastating kick that knocked the attacker unconscious. Patrick urged her to pursue the gang leader, while he handled the chaos around them. Panicked, the leader fled with a hefty bag of cash, but Sam quickly leaped onto the vehicle's hood, forcing it to swerve and crash into a pile of trash. With the driver unable to see, the car came to a halt. Sam yanked open the door and swiftly handcuffed the leader, only to find herself staring down the barrel of a gun. She turned, stunned, to see James, her rival, revealing himself as an undercover agent working for the gang. Within the police force, James was revealed as the one who had murdered Sam's uncle. When the truth came to light, Sam's fury exploded. She knocked James to the ground, pinned him down, and unleashed her relentless barrages, punches, her anger overtaking her completely. Fortunately, the police arrived just in time, dismantling the entire gang and ensuring the rescue of Linda and her father. As the film concludes, Sam says goodbye to her classmates, and she and Patrick officially become a couple, wrapping up the movie titled She's on Duty. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling content.